Hey guys, welcome to the video, and today let's discuss Financing 101, how to budget. I'm creating this video because I've recently gotten a lot of requests to just get down to the basics. I know some of what I do is quite advanced, so I'm going to make this a little more accessible. Because when you can master the foundation, that can really allow for anything that you build on top of that foundation to excel beyond belief. So mastering that foundation starts with budgeting. Now, the way I'm going to teach you guys this is I'm going to show you exactly how I do my budgeting, my income, my expense report, all of that for my personal finances and for business. So now before I show you these two Excel sheets, it's important to know that before you can really master this, you need to be looking at your finances every single day, even if it's for 5 minutes. Just open up your bank account and look at it. The saying out of sight, out of mind really starts to hit home with your finances, and that's where you get people not knowing what they're spending money on, not realizing how much money they're spending until they've already done so at the end of the month when they check. Obviously, you need your income to be greater than your expenses. What are the two goals of laying this foundation? It's how do I drive my income more? And if that's a challenge right now, how do I pull back my expenses so that I have more disposable income to then drive my income through investing in a business or the stock market or real estate, whatever it might be. All right, so let's get down to the nuts and bolts. Here is the very first Excel sheet. Now, this is my personal budgeting Excel sheet.
So this is the Excel for my personal finances dated January 2021. Here I've input a few amounts for income of just an average person. You should definitely go back and fill this in for January and February. Next to it I have my investments. And so up here at the top section where we have our expenses, we have them itemized, right? So different categories of our life, and this is where we input all of our expenses. Now notice that these green sections, you can actually change them, and this is where you input your goal, aka your budget, right? So you set your budget, and then under that, once you fill it in, it'll automatically load the sum at the bottom. Now this section here at the bottom is totally automated, so don't even touch that, but that's your summary section, and it takes into account all these numbers that I'm highlighting, and it adds them up, gives you a summarized view of your total income, expenses, your goals, what you actually did. That was a mistake, just fixing that. So now let's go ahead and practice and actually put some real values here. I'm just gonna wing it here. For bills, just putting some random phone, your car, student loans, all that. And notice right here, it calculated everything for you. So you didn't have to do that. And we're gonna do it again here for your food, transport, just gonna give you an overall example of expenses for a month. And you'll notice at the bottom, it's auto calculating everything, right? You can type in what the expenses are for. And as I do this, note that at the bottom, it's auto-calculating everything. And then after that, on the right-hand side, it's going to show you the totals as well. So it's going to do the sum of the sums. Now this next part here is the investing part, one of my favorites. Go ahead and throw your money in there. And once you've done all three of these sections, it'll auto-calculate in the summary section with your goals, your actual expenses, your variance, like how far away you were from your goal or how far over. And then, just a really good overview of your total expenses, so you know exactly how much you should be saving at the end of each month or spending or driving in. The next chart here are business expenses, right? So you just tally up your business 1, business 2, your real estate, because that should be a business for everybody that everybody's doing. And you tally those up. It's got the expense side, the income side for each one, and it auto calculates as well. That this also has the goals, so you set your income goals and your expense goals, at which point you are also setting essentially a goal for your net income. Now let's do a little example. I'm just going to type in some random expenses as well as what they were for. That's where you type in on this column. And then on the income side, I'll type in some random things as well. And you'll note that once we scroll all the way to the bottom, once I'm done here, you'll see that everything's tallied up for you. So now in this section, again, you're going to input your expenses, your incomes for your second business. And notice that on the side there, margin, I have the months, right? That's so you can line them up. Feel free to skip some lines in between, and then do it again for your real estate as well, your income and expense goals. Now let's just type in a quick example here, and then we're gonna go ahead and scroll all the way down. You're gonna see that values auto-populate at the bottom, so they automatically do the sums, and then all the way on the right, you're gonna have your total income that you've made. Right.
Well, guys, that's the video. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, I've provided a link below to access this Excel so that you can use it for yourself as well. And once you nail this foundation down, then you should definitely start getting into the investment portion of that Excel, which it's already in there. Throw it into Robinhood, throw it into your Ameritrade account, whatever you might have, and start investing, with the easy stuff. From there, remember, like, subscribe. You help me out by doing that, and I will see you on the next video.